3 mistakes you need to make. Your whole life, you've been taught to avoid failure, to play it safe, to get it right on the first try. But what if the world's most successful people are actually masters of failing? And what if there are 3 specific mistakes you should be trying to make? Stick with me, because today you'll learn how to fail strategically and turn those setbacks into your greatest wins. Let's be real. The fear of failure is powerful. It's that voice telling you, what if you're not good enough? It keeps us on the safe path, the one that guarantees we won't fall, but also ensures we'll never fly. But that advice, avoid failure at all costs, is wrong. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a critical part of the process. A scientist's failed experiment is just data. Michael Jordan famously said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So the question isn't if you'll fail, but how. Today, we're covering the 3 productive failures you should aim for. These are strategic stumbles that innovators use to get ahead. Wrong path. This is the job that seems like a detour, or the career you chase only to realize it's not for you. On the surface, it looks like a huge waste of time. The perfect example, Steve Jobs getting fired from Apple. In 1985, the co-founder was publicly kicked out. By any measure, it was a colossal failure. But what happened next is everything. He started a new company, Next, and also bought a little company called Pixar. This detour forced him to learn about leadership and technology in a way he never would have at Apple. When Apple was on the verge of bankruptcy in 1997, they bought Next, bringing Jobs back, armed with the lessons from his biggest mistake. Sometimes the wrong path is just the scenic route to a better place. It builds skills and resilience you didn't know you needed. Here's your action step. Think about a wrong path you took, a major you hated, a job that was a terrible fit. Instead of labeling it a failure, ask, what's one skill or insight I gained that I still use today? Even learning what not to do is an equally important lesson, just as much as what to do. Find the value in the detour. The imperfect launch. The second mistake is the imperfect launch. This means putting your project out there before it feels 100% ready. Perfectionism is a trap. The goal of an early launch isn't a perfect product, it's real-world feedback. In Silicon Valley, they call this a minimum viable product, or MVP. Build the simplest version of your idea that works and get it to real people. The feedback you get, the complaints and the praise, is worth more than months of guessing by yourself. Launching something imperfect isn't a failure to be perfect. It's a success in starting the conversation, a concept known as productive failure. A classic example is Rovio, the company behind Angry Birds. Before their mega hit, they were on the verge of going broke and had released 51 other games. Almost all of them failed commercially. But with each imperfect launch, they learned something new. Their 52nd try, Angry Birds, became a global phenomenon. Here's your action step. Take one idea you've been sitting on, create its most basic version, your MVP. Then, share it with 5 people who will give you honest feedback. Ask them what's the one thing you would change to make this better. Don't defend it, just listen. Use AI to validate, refine, and make your idea better. Every idea is worth pursuing, and the only bad idea is the one that you never even tried. The public setback. The third productive mistake is the public setback. This is a failure that happens out in the open for everyone to see. Our gut reaction is to hide or deflect blame, but owning a public failure with honesty can build more trust than quiet success ever could. When you own a mistake, you control the narrative. You show incredible integrity and vulnerability, the cornerstones of trust. People don't expect perfection, but they do expect honesty. When a leader openly admits a mistake, "This one's on me," You don't see weakness, you see accountability. You trust them more, not less. People remember your courage far more than the mistake itself. Here's your action step. A 3-part script for owning a failure. 1. Own it clearly. I missed the mark on this. No excuses. 2. Share the lesson. Here's what I've learned from this experience. 3. State the action. Based on this, our plan is now to memorize it, own it, share the lesson, state the action. It turns vulnerability into leadership. Honesty is a virtue. When you hold yourself accountable, you lead by setting an example. So there you have it, the 3 mistakes you should start making. The wrong path, which builds hidden skills, the imperfect launch, which gathers priceless data, and the public setback, which builds trust. Failure isn't something to avoid. It's a tool to be used. This isn't about being reckless. It's about being strategic, knowing that every stumble is a lesson in disguise. Stop trying to avoid failure and start feeling smarter. Now I want to hear from you. Share your own productive failure in the comments. What was a mistake that ended up teaching you something invaluable? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Let us build a community where we can openly share our productive failures, learn from them, and convert them as the steps to success. Fear of failure should not hold us back. Let us open up and exchange our lessons learned. And if this video shifted your perspective, hit that like button and subscribe. Watch this space for more productive content.